The beautiful city of Perth is hosting the best darts players in the world. It's been labelled the greatest party in town, and you can see why. Fans cheering on the likes of Aussie Simon Whitlock, darts legend Phil Taylor, and world number one, Michael van Gerwen. What a night we have in store for you. Hello, I'm Mark Riddings. Welcome along to the Perth Darts Masters. We have so much action coming your way, and to navigate us around the dartboard is former world match play and Masters champion Rod Harrington. Rod, welcome to Perth, and certainly what can we look forward to tonight? Shapes as a fascinating evening.
Oh, it's going to be an incredible night, Mark. I mean, it's going to be fireworks. We got Phil Taylor, Michael van Gerwen, last night's quarterfinals, incredible darts. They're on a collision course for the final. However, James Wade and Dave Chisnall standing in their way, who are playing exceptional themselves, and they're going to have a big say in these semi-finals.
Absolutely, and one of the unique qualities of this tournament is the fact that any man or woman off the street can go into a qualifying round and eventually, perhaps and potentially, take on the superstars of the sport.
The idea initially when we got the idea of the Perth Darts Masters was that to give, I guess, a rocky chance for someone in WA to just decide they could throw some decent darts. They wanted to take the opportunity to play against the best in the world, and I think this is a pretty unique chance. I don't think there would be a sport in Australia where the man on the street can just walk in now and throw some darts, have a great day, and progress to play against someone who's earning $1 million a year playing the game that he loves. Look, it's just the best fun ever, and we've promoted it as Perth's biggest party, and I think it is. It's kind of like Oktoberfest with darts, you know. They have big long tables, and they have their beer. It's just a real friendly atmosphere as well. A lot of singing, a lot of chanting and cheering, and they write on signs and stick the signs up and support their players they love. And it's generally just a lot of fun, and it's a crazy crowd. You sort of, the players are playing, and there's lots of noise, as I said, singing, and it doesn't seem to worry. And then the next thing, all hell breaks loose if someone gets 180. It's just great fun. We all wanted to know what would it be like to get in the ring against Muhammad Ali. Well, these guys now get to find out perhaps what it's going to be like to get in the dart arena with Simon Whitlock or Phil Taylor. So, yeah, I think it's exciting, and I think that just shows with the amount of people that we've got trying to get through it. Everyone wants a crack at it, and that Rocky story, everyone wants to hear it. So hopefully we can see that.
Yes, a rare chance to mix it with the best in the sport of darts. Quarter-final action. We've got some of the world's best players in action last night. And the results, as we see, two of the biggest names in Phil Taylor, Michael van Gerwen getting through, but Simon Whitlock, the Australian, eliminated. Let's have a look at these results, Rod, and what it means going forward.
Well, certainly starting off the night, a great game, really close all the way between Snakebite Wright and the machine James Wade. Went all the way to the last leg, but it was Wade that held on to his nerve to take the double 18 out and book his place in the semi-finals.
Game sharp, and the match, James Wade.
Second match, the local boy, Simon Whitlock, the Aussie, taking on Dave Chisnall. And this bull, double 16, if that had gone in to take a 6-1 lead, would have meant a different story. But Chisnall found some form, rolled off 7 legs out of 8, and the double top secured his semi-final alongside James Wade.
Game shot on the mat.
And then we had 5 times world champion Raymond van Barneveld taking on the 16 times world champion Phil Taylor. But it was Phil Taylor that got out of the gate very quickly and posted over 110 average, incredible darts from the power. And he's the third person that's seen into the semi-finals. Last on was the Geordie Aussie Paul Nicholson taking on the world number 1 and world champion Michael van Gerwen. And at one time, Michael van Gerwen was on to break the world record of 118.66. An incredible display of darts from the young Dutchman. A 90 bullseye double top. And we have our semi-final lineup.
And didn't he love that, Michael van Gerwen? One of 4 that are remaining, Taylor, Chisnall, and of course Wade. The semi-final action not far away. You have to see the crowd to believe it here. It's extraordinary. The semi-final action coming up very shortly. But wow, they are making some noise here in the West.
started playing around 92, and 10 years in total to achieve the world title. And later that year I went on and won the World Dart Trophy for the first time, which is my second world title. And I don't think that's been done yet.
Champions of the world, Tony David!
On my first time out there, it was daunting. Playing in the big lights and the stage and the people, it was like madness, absolutely crazy. But I loved it. It was like, in England, you can think about it, you're the only Aussie up there, you're playing an Englishman and the whole crowd's against you. And that was really great. And that led me to go home, think it out, and then when I got the opportunity to go back the following year, I knew what to expect, and I was well prepared for that. It's the only sport in the world where the actual fan gets to rub shoulders with the elite players, and it's something that's how can I say it? It's something to treasure. Having those moments and being able to walk that path and know that you've achieved the World Championship, and to have those sorts of people, you know, just dreaming of being where you are. I was born a haemophilia, so I remember being told when I was 5 or 6 that I'd be in a wheelchair by the age of 13 and possibly dead by 19. It brought about blood-borne viruses like hepatitis C, HIV. I was fortunate not to get HIV, but I got something a little bit as sinister called hepatitis C, which I was told about in the 1990s. And I lived with that. I didn't smoke, I didn't drink. I tried to look after myself as best as possible. 2008, I represented Australia and New Zealand for the last time, and I had to go and do some treatment as my liver was pretty crook. And I did the treatment. My liver started closing down along with some of the other organs, and they told me I had less than 6 months to live. Said I needed a liver transplant. They would look to helping me and assisting me in whichever way is possible. 2 weeks after treatment, I was able to eradicate the virus, and I saw the whole 48 weeks out, and I still remain virus-free today, and I'm feeling a lot better within myself.
Tony David.
They called me the deadly boomerang because I had this unique way of getting behind in a match and still coming back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first ever men's World Darts Trophy champion, Tony David.
Yes, Tony David, otherwise known as the Deadly Boomerang, and great to have him in the crowd tonight, Rod. Certainly a story mixed with adversity and triumph.
Yes, I mean, it is a shame that someone with that sort of talent that has those problems, but I spoke to Tony the other night, and he's so determined, and he's got this aggression that he wants to get back in the rankings, get his form back. And it's going to be a pleasure to see him on these big PDC stages in the future.
Let's hope he gets back. 2 ripping semi-finals coming your way very shortly. Let's look at them. Phil the Power Taylor versus Dave Chizzy Chisnall, and then Mighty Mike Van Gerwen, the world #1, up against James the Machine Wade. The crowd is building up, I can tell you right now. The atmosphere is electric, and perhaps the biggest darts tragic in WA is David Short from Tab Touch. He's taken the leap of faith. He's joined the fans tonight. Shorty, how are you travelling?
Thanks very much, Skeet. An incredible atmosphere here at the Tab Touch Perth Darts Masters. The fans have been going wild. Enormous couple of first nights, and there's plenty still to come this evening. 4 of the biggest names in world darts. They'll all be here in front of this parochial Perth crowd. Can't wait for all of the action.
Yes, sir!
Yes, talk about a man in his element, David Short from Tab Touch, relishing the atmosphere here this evening. It is semi-final time. Let's check out all the highlights from the first matchup.
Top draw, just under 111 from Phil Taylor. Taylor at his best here in Perth.
Closing in on that place in the final. As good as Dave Chisnall has been in this tournament, he's run into an absolute legend of the sport in the semis.
Going to get 3 darts at double top for the win.
Well, I ran out 40. Will you require 40?
Well, that's extraordinary.
Will you require 121?
Probably lost his concentration a little bit there, thinking this is easy. Chisnall, he can't go out. Another big number missed at a crucial time from Chisnall.
41.
So Taylor comes back, and one of the toughest doubles on the dartboard, although it's next to double top. You're scared of breaking it, so the first dart you normally throw higher, it just goes in. And the way that lays, he's got room to the right. Well, I'll be very surprised if he can squeeze that between them.
5 score. Dave, you require 80.
Well, Chisnall's gone and missed the big 20 again, and then's gone for the 25 to leave the bullseye. He's hit the bullseye first, so he's not had a dart at the double. So now Taylor 1 for double 2 to finally close this leg out. Bit of a hiccup in this last leg, if it is to be the last leg for Phil Taylor.
Well, he made heavy work of it, but in the end, Phil Taylor has emerged victorious into the final, defeating Dave Chisnall.
Packed audience here at the Challenge Stadium in Perth. As Van Gerwen piled in another 180, and what a time to hit it. Really has put the pressure on the Wade throw. And this 1-2-1, once the treble 17 will leave the bullseye, and he's missed it, so Van Gerwen's going to have 2 darts. Normally we'll go 18 for double 16, it's his favourite double, and this is a crucial time. Crucial shot here for Van Gerwen.
25-year-old's got a spring in his step.
It's Kyle Anderson. Van Gerwen against Taylor. I've just spoken to Phil Taylor in the practice room, and to say he's up for it is an understatement. Oh, that's a brilliant check out from James White. 142 with Van Gerwen sitting on double top. And that's one breaker throw back for Wade. James Wade on 199, needs at least 6, where Van Gerwen's going to get 2 darts at double top to go through to the final here in Perth, and to visit on that stage with Phil Taylor. And what a final that would be. But he's got to finish it off, double top to close it out. Just takes a big deep breath.
There it is. The world #1 is through to the final. Michael Van Gerwen, outstanding display, great sportsmanship and camaraderie between these professionals. James Wade bows out. The fans are happy. It is going to be one heck of a final. Mighty Mike is there, and he'll take on Phil the Power Taylor. It looms as a fascinating final. Could be the match of 2014 that's coming up very shortly. It's shaping as a heavyweight battle, and it doesn't get much bigger than this. The sport's greatest ever player, Phil Taylor, making his way up on stage, about to be joined by the world #1. All the hallmarks of a superb final.
Well, I think this